will have on the board when all is said and done, which pieces are going to go against each other. For the side of OASIS here on ICEBOX, well, seems like they're going to be going for Ripper on that Viper as expected, but the big thing that we really got to talk about here, Raph, Chamber on Wits. I think this is really smart for them.
I like this pick. I like this pick a lot. And who doesn't want to see Wits on an up? Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on now. And I'm glad that they are honestly brave enough to try out, or at least experiment with their lineup, because we already know ICEBOX is a map where we have a very, very defined meta in. And it does look like both teams are willing to change it up. We even have a Raze, which is fairly uncommon, although it does have its merits.
What's interesting is that they're using a Raze with a Jet. A lot of teams would use a Raze with a Reyna instead, because then you still have that layer, you still have a flash. This composition means they do not have a single flash for any of those tough moments that they just gotta brute force things their way in. But they do have the Chamber, which in many ways, you kind of play like a duelist, but he also obviously is a Sentinel. He's more of a Sentinel with dueling powers as opposed to a duelist with Sentinel powers, I guess, depending on how you play him, depending who you ask. But if there's a map to pull him out, ICEBOX is one of them, Breeze could be the other. And so for the former, that's what we see here right now.
Yeah, Breeze. I hope we get to see Breeze. You know, I think we need to see a lot more Breeze in this region, if I'm being honest with you. But again, the way the Chamber is, unlike other Sentinels, they try to push you away. They want you to stay away. Chamber is the type of Sentinel that has no qualms of letting enemies play into him. Again, he does have that Headhunter and that Fable Tour de Force that we've seen time and time again rip apart teams.
That's really such a big thing that a lot of teams who have gone up against the Chamber here in VCTPH have struggled facing a Chamber every single time. We've seen it like twice on Split already, and both teams really struggled on that. But we're going now. Map number 3, Team Secret versus OASIS, kicking it off into Pistol. Whoever wins this map takes the series and goes up further, at least in their group, over the other.
Again, the double Sentinel on the side of Secret here could potentially slow down their attack, though, as is the nature of having a Chamber on. A lot of lurking potential, not really a lot of utility that you can provide, at least on face value, right? Right now, we are going to see First Blood once more on the side of Dispenser, finding Ripper, and that is going to be quite a bit of a denial. But Marky on the trade in tandem with that Shock Dart, as Wild Oreo is here to chime in. Has a recon flyby over his head, but Dubstep can't find anything. And it is now reduced to Borkum and Vash versus the rest of OASIS.
Well, they're all very low. Coco will have heal in about 20 seconds. So that's something that they can at least, keep in mind. But that's only going to heal one. They're going to have to wait a lot more to be able to heal 2 of them up. That's not a good prospect to be in as of the moment. It's Team Secret. Okay, coming here on the push. Borkum found. They still give the kill away to Coco. That lets them now just run their way all the way here to the B site. Bash has given away his position. He gets a kill on the Marquee, but Envy's not going to let that last too long. No hijinks here. OASIS take the opening pistol again, Ref.
Could you put this as a secret curse? But honestly, OASIS played that beautifully. They understood that they all had low health. They capitalized on the fact that Vash had to pick a target. He knew, he was aware. Once again, OASIS using this information to their advantage here, despite losing that Viper super early. Right now, we are going to see a very early rifle buy by Marky here. Last time we saw this happen, not the greatest fortunes were put onto OASIS.
Let's see for ourselves if misfortune is going to happen once more. Borkum, very aggressive push here with a very aggressive wall as well. This should alert them that, there should be a player close here towards OASIS' side. So knowing that, try and pull back, leaving Marky to be the sole player here, but he has no idea there's a rat under the tunnel. A snake, rather, in this case.
That's right, there is a snake in their boot, and they have to get rid of that as fast as they can. But it does look like speed is not the name of the game here, as both these teams really outmaneuvering each other. We do see Vash, we do see Jesse, but it's not him to find Marky. It's Borkum with a classic, which is a little bit of a consolation here. They are going to deny any pickups here. on the Spectre. They even expend the wall and both slows as Jesse, once again, trying to creep up towards main, but it is Wild Oreo who has been, has been calling up his number. Envy chimes in as well. And I would say this is a pretty much done deal for Oasis here. They do get that spike down, and we only have classics. Oh, never mind. Wits gets that Marshall and that scope that he's been longing for.
Maybe he can find a few picks here. Not really expected to do much more. Ripper's gonna clean up the round 2-0. And that's Oasis taking the second, as they're expected to. Well, Team Secret now, gun round for them. And it's a lot more difficult to convert these kind of bonus rounds on maps like ICEBOX and Breeze as compared to, like, you know, the smaller maps, because the range that you're fighting at with these weapons are a lot more beneficial for the team that's not on the bonus.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And as we can see, that is one of the greatest examples of the Statesman's being said. Looks like we are going to be experiencing a little bit of a default on this bonus here. Oasis not too willy-nilly, or rather not willing to remove or give these guns away, as they know that Secret is going to be armed and dangerous, as Jesse, or rather Dubstep, finds Marky once more. Again, Marky has not been, or has not received a good treatment from his fellow Jet player.
That was mostly dry too. A lot of times when teams would do that, they'd like send like owl drone just to make sure there's clear information. They did use a recon, but it was destroyed even before he got to peek halfway through. So good job here coming in from Team Secret, from Dubstep especially on that taken pack. Ripperoo, he's gonna get caught off guard as Wits peeks all the way from the deep kitchen halls, and that gives him the 5v3 advantage. Make that 5v2.
Spike down B.
That's right, and here we go. We have Dispenser fighting his fellow Sage as well. A lot of mirror image encounters, but Dispenser does not want to look Envy in the eye any longer. Wild Oreo, we've seen some crazy things, but the Spectre, once again, will fade into the other realm. As Jesse with the Vandal looks to violate everybody's faces. Right now, though, that is going to be the first round on the board for Secret, and this is going to be the real round, or at least one of the indicators of how this game is going to go.
It's a graphic mental picture given, but
please don't think about it. Yes.
Well, Secret, they're on pace to, you know, equalize this game on up, but Oasis, they do have the guns here now. 2 for everybody on Oasis' side. 2 frags. Nobody more, nobody less. Seems like team play is the name of the game.
That's right. And once again, they bring their talents, they bring their grit towards A, as Oasis, not really a fan of taking quite a bit of map control. Instead, they focus all their efforts in holding it down. Secret, on the other hand, they have a little bit of a philosophy contrast team to team. We do see a little bit of shoulder-to-shoulder action here. We have a beautiful flank watch and rip her. Oh boy, perfect timing there. Got caught on a bit of a pause as Jesse Vash will find Wild Oreo, and this is looking quite surgical.
4v4. The retake is to come in here from Team Secret. Marty gets that kill on Dispenser, which is going to make things a lot more difficult. That barrier is not going to be too useful now. Marty gets another in Borkum, and Ripperoo finds Wits on the back line. It's all on the Vash, and he's going to be taken out in the dash. Envy, the opposing Sova, making his dominance known. 3 rounds now for Oasis. Secret still have a gun round, though, fortunately.
Fortunately, indeed, as the fortunes and the fates, they will see how this goes. A lot of utility on both sides here. They are looking fairly healthy. They have no qualms of duking it out once more. On A, as Oasis, it makes a lot of sense. There are no Bs in Oasis, only As. Therefore, they're attracted to A. Right now, Secret, their defensive game plan of taking a lot of advanced map control is somewhat bitten them in the behind, as the rotations for defense have been somewhat disjointed.
They're going now to this B site, or rather this A site, to try and at least reinforce it in the nick of time. That seems to be the case. They have good positions now anchored here on the site. There's like 4 players waiting just to respond if it does come to them. Dubstep, none of them are going to overpeak. None of them are going to show themselves to A main, not to give away their positions nor intent of anchoring this site down. They do not want to play for retake here. They want to get these kills. Dubstep gets the trade immediately. Good for a second. No, he doesn't, because he's going to traded out immediately by Rippery as well. Coco doing work here on the back line. The dispenser goes down. It's Vash once again, and he's been scanned. They know he is here in hell, and that is where they intend to send him to.
That's right. And Ripper, this is barely nick of time, finding Jesse Vash. And oh my goodness, Oasis, this impressive streak continues. And this is the Oasis that every single fan was hoping for. Now they've found their stride, and it seems that they don't want to let go. They don't want to stop. A beautiful duel here. Found by, well, the non-duelist roles.
It's been the backline here of Oasis that have been shining. Team Secret call a timeout. A smart call from them. They got a new coach in the seat now. Coach Fade. He's moved in here. Well, it's been remain to be seen how much effect the new system will work for this Team Secret squad. Everybody, well, I guess, assumes that this squad's going to make it to the APAC playoffs and potentially make it out of that, but will they be able to prove that here in the VCTPH to make it to that stage? I think so, but it's not going to come maybe as easy as some fans might think.
That's right. The resistance and the competition this time around has proven to be incredibly stiff, incredibly dangerous. As the time is going to wind down here, Secret might have to give this round up. Again, the primary objective here is to do as much damage as they can, because the economy on the side of Oasis isn't the greatest. They do have two players with enough reserves to buy for their team, but Dubstep found himself very far into the map, at least for now. But look at the patience on Oasis, though.
1-4. Not a scoreline most people were expecting here for ICEBOX. It is an attacker-sided map, but Team Secret, they're formidable no matter what side they're in, so they cannot make any woes as Wild Oreo is gonna twist it, lick it, and dunk it on Dubstep. Gets the kill and opens up the round. It is an eco, yes, from Secret, but those blades were something they were really counting on.
Yeah, they really needed Dubstep to create some sort of opener, or just an opportunity to get any weapon, really. As Oasis, they've read the situation perfectly. Once again, the development for our teams on this map, they've been amazing. They've been something that has been... Oh, I think Dispenser, he spots out a shoulder there. Pardon myself for cutting. But oh, he finds one.
B.
Not enough to stop Marky. But that is going to be enough of a signal for
30
Secret
seconds
to
left.
move into place.
This gives them that B site to plant in safely as soon as that snake bite does expire. Hunter's Fury out by Jesse Vash, and he's going to find a frag at least.
Down,
Could potentially
B.
get another tag. Yes, he does.
10
Softening
seconds
them
left.
up, and now the pistols are going to be more
Spike
deadly
planted.
because of that. Done good work, but
One
enough to
enemy
confirm the
remaining.
round. Vash goes down. It's going to have to come down. Magical Borgum time. We can't land the shots. Wild Oreo farms for the round with 4 frags.
And any risk of any economical damage has been alleviated by Oasis here, brilliantly reading what Secret, or at least the speed of Secret. Now Secret, they do respond in kind with guns of their own, somewhat stifled in the side of both ult economy and armor economy. One thing that we have to note about chamber comps is that we don't necessarily have the impact of, let's say, a lockdown or even a neural theft. It has to be a very direct fight for that thing to have value.
Yeah.
But this operator and Dubstep, it is gonna looking shiny new.
And it does come down to it also basically being a skill shot. You don't just place it down. You don't just use it and press a button. You actually hit the darn thing and find a situation where it's applicable. Here comes Ron Oreo, though, just making his way onto the site, cleaning up house. Dispenser and dubstep, the double D domination taken out early. And Envy's gonna get a kill on the Wits. This is completely a one-way show from the Oasis powerhouse.
That's right, an Oasis. I can see their eyes. They're glowing. They are overflowing with power. As Borkum and Vash, they are in a very, very wary mental state, worrying about what could happen. But Jesse keeps it calm. Borkum chimes in. Doable. This is winnable. This is the word that you want to hear in a clutch situation. I feel like they're just going to save their economy. Very, very smart move here. Very safe play. The hunt is on for at least one of the members, and that's going to be Envy, who's been shining very, very bright. But Oasis, once more, they take a round off Secret.
Just making sure to keep Oasis in check. They're feeling it right now, Oasis. But things can turn once the eye does as well. Oh, Envy had the right idea. Fortunately, that's not going to punch on through. Team Secret, what do they got to work with here, Raph? Not much. True rifles. This could kind of make them almost want to buy up. We've got 3,500 credits for one of those players that we saw. Dubstep does not have his blades just yet. So what exactly do they intend to do with what little they've got? They've been very scrappy in the past, but this is an Oasis team that will not let that go to waste.
Standing ahead.
Right, both players that we've expected to frag out have somewhat sizzled out here. It seems at the moment they hit them, or rather set foot on ICEBOX. It's been a little too cold. The breeze was blowing from Oasis' side. Oasis, they look to secure this. They send a lot of their players, if not all, towards A once more, and it does look like strong arm tactics. This is going to be the name of the play. But Borkum, oh boy, if you run into this rifle, you could meet with a bit of resistance, but they jump him. An entry Sova, that's very interesting. But what is even more interesting is that this tour de force is out, but somehow the value, we still don't see it yet.
Planted.
They've got the op on Wits to use. That's going to be very difficult to use in a retake. Dubstep gets that kill. The res will come on in to get Wild Warrior back into the fight, and they just clean up this duo. Oasis get a 7th round on Team Secret.
The expectations, they're being defied right now. And again, guys, what is the question here? What is Secret? Are they still adjusting to the growing pains? Are Oasis, what did they eat? Did they have dinner? I haven't. Have you?
I wish.
Right here.
Oh boy. Long series. A grueling war of attrition.
Well, this is going to be an all-out battle for sure. Dubstep moving up real close with that operator in hand. This is a play we've seen from them before, but Oasis, they unbeknownstly go the right way here towards mid. But that operator won't really be much of a problem. Wild Oreo finds a kill on the Wits. No more, well, trademarks can be activated because of that.
That's right, and we have Oasis here still holding on to their precious lead. One thing that they have been doing is securing their side of the map so brilliantly. Secret, they haven't really done anything to maybe rather take this away from that vice grip. Oasis, they've been doing it perfectly. For lack of a better word, they still have spike control, and they even have a numbers advantage as Wits was so early to fall here. And it does look like Dispenser will finally get him back up to speed. Now we have yet another reset, but Borkum could be the X Factor. He finds a double. Can he find more? The answer is no, as Envy is going to be here for his team. Dubstep get another crucial shot. He misses, but he finds Coco. The stage, they have to get this backside now. This is going to be so precarious, especially in a 2v3. If they can isolate Dubstep, it is not meant to be. Wits, angry with his second life, finds Wild Oreo and Dubstep. He finds rectification from all the sins of the earlier round. And Secret, they string together, at least find a breath of fresh air.
It's gonna be a real good deep breath from them. Float along, fill your lungs. Team Secret need every bit of breath that they can gather right at the moment. Borkum, he could have gone for a third, but he's done his job. Dubstep missing that opening shot, but as you said, he was able to recover. That is what Secret have to do right now. Recover from this lead. Definitely doable. And welcome back to the Technical Pause podcast here, presented by B&B and Ref.
That's right, guys. Hello. This time around, we are experiencing a bit of a more chilly climate, as ICEBOX is looking mighty fine this time of year. And that being said, we are actually so close to summer. I am ready to get burnt. Not literally, but again, you know how the summer heat is.
And on the eastern side, we've got some cloudy weather. No, I'm kidding. Well,
oh dear.
That's a hell of a ship, if anything.
Indeed it is.
Well, OASIS, they're just flipping everybody's expectations on their heads. They're keeping this game a lot more entertaining than maybe a lot of people would have thought. And for a big-time organization who really came out of the woodwork last year with, both content-wise and everything in that umbrella, their pro players, this professional team of theirs does not disappoint.
Absolutely not. And we see, well, what are we actually seeing? So many things. You could be looking at the map, and we are going to look down a metal tube. That is very, very profound, as we walk along this barrier.
We're at
the same time, now we're at the kitchen.
Now
Congratulations, Paul, whoever you are. Please don't say that.
You see that? Wait, Raph, you see that chart?
No.
Okay, never mind.
No, I don't. No. It says the weather. There's a little bit of a blank, but it says the weather. That's all I can see.
That's all we're going to focus on. I did not know that this is a lab right behind that. It makes sense. Probably an Arctic lab, right? As things would suggest. Mill base. But speaking about the game, Team Secret, they are on the defensive side, yes, but they just plainly have been struggling to get a good look for themselves. There are moments where, they kind of have some showings of that, like the last round, but what if, for say, OASIS did go towards the A side where Dubstep had an operator? What if they went towards the B side instead? You're not able to recover from those retakes. That's what's been mostly happening in Secret, and I'm not too sure what adjustment they can make as of right now with the information that they've got to counteract what OASIS have been doing. It's not like OASIS have been doing the exact same thing every round. They're playing the exact same way. They play fast sometimes, they play slow some other times, and with those mix-ups that OASIS are throwing at them, even Team Secret looks stunned, even after that timeout they called.
Right, and the conditioning has been pretty much impeccable by OASIS here, really keeping, as you mentioned, Secret in a bit of a kerfuffle. That's a word, kerfuffle, but Dubstep, maybe he found the right read. He reacted to the first shot here. But he is going to get rid of that drone at the very least. Will we expect the aggression from both of them? The answer is no. And Jesse looks to block off any flankers as Dubstep finds one. Jesse does the same. Marky and Ripper, they want to join the fragging party. Marky is going to be the last one alive here. He does have a Blade Storm, and Dubstep and Dispenser, those heads, they look awfully vulnerable. This could be a shining moment. But Dispenser, he has the perfect timing. Once again, the profundity of it all will not be in question as Dispenser dispenses the equalizer.
Nice frag by Dispenser there. Dubstep missing the opening 3 shots in that mag of his operator. But he lands the final 2, and as I say, it's more important how you end. Team Secret finally gain a second round in a row. One that has eluded them for so long, and OASIS still are on a good path here right now. 7-5 wouldn't be a bad scoreline, but against Team Secret, you want every single round that you can get on this half, especially now that you're going to be switching to the defense right after. I think this is a tech pause. Yeah.
Yes. And that brings us to the main gist of the show, ladies and gentlemen. If you are, once again, just tuning into the stream, look at all those beautiful snacks in that fridge. Yeah. Come on, man.
Welcome back from that in-game break that we had, and we're now here to the real broadcast, which is our Technical Pause podcast. I'm here with the brother himself, Miss Taylor, because she's gone back to the Filipino broadcast, so we miss her, so we're like, oh, we'll just take your brother instead.
Let's go with that. Again, you know what, guys? Sure. That's the lore. I am the secret experiment, question mark. Again, Dark alleyway is not ideal. Oh man,
Well,
I mean,
It's looking
I'm
really
honestly
dark right now for Secret Ref.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm so worried for Secret right now because somehow they've stumbled. The recovery has been pretty impressive so far. Right now, that 4-round lead isn't looking too big. The gap doesn't look like it can't be cleared. But Secret, remember the way that they had to fight out of this slump has been pretty gritty. We've seen, 2 good rounds and a few really close ones. OASIS, if their gas is starting to run low, this is where they kind of have to pace themselves. We know the explosive potential of both these teams. It's just a matter of rationing it now.
They're going to have to find some way to distribute, the workload amongst everybody here for Team Secret. They can't rely on that solo operator, which, to be fair, they haven't, but it's been one of the only few ways they've been successful to take a round. The 2 rounds out of the 3 that they have won here, Team Secret, were rounds that Dubstep were able to get at least 2 kills with his op, and so that's not something you'd necessarily want, especially on the defensive side. But hey, if it works, it works. You just gotta force that condition time and time again. But OASIS, they're a smart crew, a smart bunch of boys, and we know they're gonna have some adjustment to this operator of Dubstep real soon.
That's right, and real soon is the no return point of proper dinner time. Look at those penguins. Again, guys, all right, let's talk about food. Let's address the elephant in the room. We've talked about the game. We have a little bit of time to spare. And since we are in ICEBOX, oh man, I love ice cream. Maybe a little too much, for somebody who uses his voice for work.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the healthiest thing for your voice. Casters, would-be casters out there, people starting out, you want some advice? Don't drink dairy before a cast, nor eat ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, I am lactose intolerant to begin with.
So
Do I adhere to that strictly? No.
Nope.
Do you adhere to that? I will answer for you. You probably don't.
Definitely not. We were not made to be bound by rules, only to create them. But the rule of thumb here right now for OASIS is they want to get this 7 rounds that they already have got, yes, on this attacking side before switching to defense, but they're going to need every single round that I've talked about. 8-4 would be a decent scoreline for OASIS to try and close it out in the second half, but defender's side, not always the best one here in ICEBOX, so gotta be careful with how they play these next 2 rounds they've got left in the half.
That's right. Again, those 2 rounds could be the make or break moments that we all, clamor to see. But it does look like a lot of people, or rather a lot of players, are moving now. They're just kind of getting their bearings straight. They're kind of getting everything ready. As we are going to take a look at this beautiful icy ocean that probably has a lot of fish. My goodness, I love blue marlin. My goodness, I love fish.
I love fish.
I'm hungry. Fish is good. Did you know there's I completely forget the specifics, right? But apparently, I think it's somewhere in Mindanao where there is a festival that
For fish?
Not okay. It's for one specific fish, right? That's become a bit of a delicacy. It's basically they eat puffer fish, which is crazy,
Puffer
right?
fish.
Yeah,
Those are poisonous.
Yeah, but apparently it's delicious. I would love to try, but if you don't hear from me tomorrow, then
you know why.
You know what happened. You know what I mean?
I'm sure it's good, as fish always is.
Yeah. You know
Right
what
now?
else is good without proper, repercussions? Skydiving.
I mean, if it doesn't work out good, you're not going to live to tell the tale afterwards anyway. So that's like a 100% customer rating.
Maybe that's why people are like, oh my goodness, skydiving is so safe. Like every single person is like, oh yeah, dude, let's just go eat a bunch of puffer fish. Let's go skydiving. Let's go free diving. Dude, everybody I know who's done it has told me that that it's so cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're going to be around if it wasn't. Well,
yeah, definitely.
We're riding on this belt, riding our way into, hopefully, the 11th round starting as I call it right on time.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely perfect. You are a genius.
Well, ultimate there towards the B site, Raph towards B long. That's going to lock things down, but the entirety of the attack from OASIS are going towards the A side right now, where Dubstep was waiting towards mid with his operator, but that's not going to be a crucial factor just yet because he's far removed from the situation.
Indeed, it is a crucial situation as Wits tries to get a little bit of resistance towards top pipes here. He might get the read right here, but Marky has found himself deep into the site. What he doesn't know is that there are three players here, and one is looking his way, but a crucial whip by Wits. It doesn't matter, Dispenser. He does find the frag on Wild Oreo, and that is potential thrown out the window, at least with all that utility, but Jesse Vash, he finds Envy. And now Secret, it seems that they have found a second win in this matchup. Marky, he is reduced to half health. We have one snake bite, a barrier orb, and a slow orb onto Coco. What can they do? It does look like they're going to try out to reduce the amount of angles that they have to clear, but Marky, once more in a very, very familiar
30
position.
seconds left.
This time he wants to rewrite history and get that dub.
Beta presence known, and Ripper is going to find the kill. Dispenser finding one. They do have the advantage here, and Team
Spike
Secret off of Dispenser's back. Looking to take this fourth round. Found 3 in the round so far, and it's just so fitting that he gets a fourth.
Oh dear.
Last
oh dear.
round before
that
the
gap,
switch.
it looked like it was insurmountable, but now it is within grasp of Secret. As we are so close to reset point, I would say this is one of the most important rounds of the game. I will say that this is going to be the decider because OASIS, they are streaky. They have been streaky all day. Secret, they have to stop that. They have to lay down a brick wall, as Dispenser did so valiantly, annihilating everybody trying to break into his space.
Making their way into the site, as you saw there, very, actually, like, calmly. They didn't just run rush off. They were like, okay, slow things down. It was Dispenser had something to say about it, but Wild Oreo, different philosophy this time, just blast backing his way straight into it. He's got his big boom stick out, not going to find anything, unfortunately, for the OASIS side. They do have a good close plant here with this Viper's Pit.
Indeed we do. Again, so much utility being expended here. OASIS, they want to go for the throat, but Dubstep, he has something in mind. He will go for the jugular, especially with these blades out. But where's the room? Where's the space that he can work with? So many angles to guess. Getting cleared up by this drone. Slow arms are going to come out. The information is there. The Cloud of Doom is going to extend its reach in the form of Wild Oreo. And once more, Envy finds Dispenser, but Morcom! He is not dissuaded, but Marky takes it up close and personal. It's up to Wits and Jesse Vash to try and seal this. But as I say that, Jesse falls, and Wits, he needs to come alive. He needs to come alive now as he fights one, but couldn't anticipate Ripper. And that is going to be the 8th round on the board for OASIS.
He just didn't have time. Even if he popped off every shot there, he would not have hit it, or at least got within the time frame that he needed to. 8-4 OASIS, commanding lead here to go into this second half. But now they're on the defense. Now it's up to Team Secret, who gets to determine where the fight happens, when it happens, and how it happens. That is when Secret are very deadly. This is an attacker-sided map traditionally, but OASIS, I don't think they care about tradition.
Not at all, as they are once again defying the odds, believing in their own magic, and rightfully so, as this lead looks to be fairly secure. And oh, welcome back, folks, as we have gone away from our little sideshow there, little side quests. And welcome back to the Technical Pause podcast. My name is Raph. I am joined by Black and Blue. How are you feeling, sir?
I am doing very well, and for another moment, we get to talk about how much we want food. So, chatter is, you guys are being really nice today, right? Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
That's right. That's right. Remember, this is a family-friendly broadcast. Again, guys, this is one big endeavor that we are all contributing to. And I have to say, it might be feeling like a spaghetti and meatballs night. I love pasta.
I myself am more of a pesto guy. Yeah, Francie.
Oh, pesto's nice. White sauce? Yes. But again,
yes.
Yeah. And again,
yeah.
guys, if you are wondering why we are not talking about the game specifically because this tech pause has ended, and now the gods and the fates have toyed with us once again, and here we are. A fast take onto mid, a secret. They barrel through. They want this pistol. They need this pistol because Oasis, with one more swing, is going to put them into double digits. A dubstep without any resistance at all, without any hesitation. He puts down the spike. Envy is going to be one of the defenders here, or rather, one of the deterrents. So far, no dice. Kitchen looks to be occupied, and Wild Oreo will receive that right click from Dubstep, and he will have to be relegated to observing.
Wits gets a kill there. That fight inside the kitchen could have gone either way, and Envy's gonna find one. He finds a second. They're trying to stick the defuse, but this smoke is gonna decay him so much. Envy gets a third. They almost get the defuse off, if not for it. That is the round towards Team Secret, even with the wall up. I'm not sure how he killed him through it. If that wall was up, he shouldn't have been able to get wall banged with a pistol. But maybe there was a different angle there. I would have liked to see how exactly they were able to get that kill. But still, all things considered, great job from Team Secret to get that plant off and get the round.
This is a very, very gritty matchup. This is honestly the battle of mental fortitude. Because, again, we've seen what happened. We've seen how the events have unfolded. My goodness, it could rattle, or rather rustle a few minds here. As Oasis, they take a different approach this time. They go for a little bit more of a defensive line towards mid. This is going to give all the space in the world for Marky to aggress here. But the sound is going to get spotted out as Jesse is so quick on the response.
What is the reply here from Oasis? They got that Marshall on Envy. Seen a lot of teams like pulling out the Marshall on the second round. Kind of ecos of theirs commonly. Wits only has his headhunter to work with, but I mean, that's all he needs. He's an absolute crack shot. Top of his class.
That's right. And again, Wits may not be having the best of games, but we still know the ability of this man to just outright explode, and that is something that Secret is counting on. Oasis, they are operating on a deficit here. They are gonna lose an orb to Dispenser as he is crawling towards that res ever so slowly. They do finally explode, or rather take the site. They get that spike down once again. Very uncontested. Time.
Your fault.
Oasis a little worried about the kitchen, but Dubstep cooking up that blind fire into Coco's. Shock Dart is gonna go take a vacation here as Yellow is the hot spot, but Dubstep, what is going on?
It's the smoke kills that he's getting, but Ripper, okay. He is actually accurate with those shots. If Dubstep was doing it via accuracy of fire, well, Ripper had something to say about it. They get the weapons back, save them, those rifles, to continue on. But still great play there by Dubstep. Here comes a gun round now, though, from Oasis. Got 2 picks of that round.
Your fault.
Look at that, the last bullet from Dubstep's spray. As well lands.
One enemy remains.
Enemy taken out.
He's using his mind to predict every single person's movement here. However, the reads, they have to come through consistently. They have to come through fast. Because the adjustments, once again, they come through here. Does look like they're gearing up for an aggressive play here, but are they going to account for Dubstep's verticality? That poison orb is going to take a little bit of, or rather is going to make him vulnerable for a period of time, rather decay. Oh my goodness. Words are hard, but what is harder is Oasis at the moment keeping this lead in check.
This lead is going to slowly crumble if Oasis can't get a grip of things, can't get a grasp of the situation. B-side execute is where they're going to be going for. Right now, it's a bit of a stalemate here. A bit of a standoff, waiting for someone to budge. There's a bit of a gap in the smoke, as is normal. That they can see all the way to danger. Coco's in a very dangerous spot to be safe. And by the way, somehow gets a kill on the web. Why? Oh, how is he alive for that long? Well, Oreo gets a kill with a nade as well at the end of it. And this should be Oasis securing a round.
Wait a minute. It's been reduced to a 2v2. We still have a Spectre. We still have a Sheriff. They've landed true.
Last player
now
standing.
It's a 2v3. Rather, it's a 2v3.
Left.
Marky reduces the odds for Secret here, and Ripper once again the closer for Oasis. It is 6-9 at the moment. It's potentially could be slipping away from Secret.
Well, it was a bonus round from Secret, so Oasis were expected to win that, but here is where they're going to be tested. An actual gun round on their defense. Oasis, can they repel the ferociousness of Team Secret on their attacks? Or Team Secret going to find some way to punch through this defense of theirs? Oasis have been really good on that second map a while ago in Haven when playing a defense. Both Viper walls to be used here towards the B site, but will they actually commit to it?
That is indeed the question, as a lot of utility has been used to, once again, dissuade Secret from playing the speed that they could potentially want. But we have Dubstep here positioned towards Belt, looking over any potential flankers, or at least any potential aggressors towards his area. But the spike still hasn't been committed anywhere, like you said. The wall is going to go down B, so that may be an inkling to what they want to do. Oasis, they're not biting on the bait, though. They still have a very, very good control over the sight lines that they need to occupy.
A bulldog in the hands of Coco, but aside from that, everybody's got a Vandal. Who said the Phantom is meta?
We are a Vandal country.
I approve of this.
Yes.
I honestly suck with that. It's just, I don't know. But I'm not these guys. I'm not these crack shots. Borkum, not able to land the shot there. Envy jump spotting, getting that information. He commits to the fight, the peak, and wins it too off of Borkum. That's a smoker down, and Secret don't have much concealment to make their way into the site now.
But they don't, as we are looking at, yet again, a deficit that Secret has to compensate for. We don't have such an important vision blocker. And while Dorio, he even denies Wits of anything he can do. Dubstep, he finds him. But Dispenser and the rest of the Secret crew, they fall apart. And Oasis, they are looking mighty strong.
They just pound and pounce on any opportunity given to them by Secret. Oasis one step ahead. Kind of cold game for them a while ago in ICEBOX versus Action. But this is Team Secret, and they're playing better. Everybody's surprised too. Oasis right now, 2 rounds from series point versus Secret, and they are on par to reaching that. Especially with this round being an eco on the Secret side. They've got Blades to work with, and Dubstep, he's going to have to come up big here because that's all they've really got. The Wits, a single orb away from his tour de force, from his sniper rifle, and none of those blades connect.
Ooh. Again, a bit of a heartbreaker on the side of Secret here. They even get tagged up. This plan for mid is not going to work out. But Wits with the Headhunter finds one. Coco will be the Guardian. He will be the shield of B. But Wits, is he alive? He is awake. He finds second. Third, he needs to equalize as much as he can. He's the only gun, or at least the only longest weapon on that side.
They think it's on top. They think it's on the second floor, but that's not where the plant is. He has no idea it's right behind the Viper. This barrier. Valorant, he doesn't know that Wits is there. Wits! He's good for a nice clutch if he gets his kill. Wits keeping Secret alive. When it's so desperate, he found where the spike is. The plant goes down, and Wits clutch. What an amazing clutch coming from Wits, keeping Secret alive.
Oh my goodness, and we were just talking about the potential of this man exploding. And Wits, he goes nuclear. Secret is alive. And Oasis, they can't help but feel rattled. They have to respect that. Come on, Wits, you can't do that. Not here.
An amazing round from Wits. When Team Secret looked like they've crumbled in the eco, when the blades wouldn't connect, Wits shall not falter, and that he doesn't here when it matters the most. They get them, give them a rope to hang on to, and pull themselves back into the game.
What a hero, but here we have the neutral, the reset. We cannot let hubris take over the momentum. I know it's so tempting, I know it's so tasty, but Secret, they are wiser than this. They don't want to fall for the bait. Marky wants to make use of the Sheriff. He wants to maximize this killing potential. But Dispenser, he is hot on his heels. He understands that there could be a potential flanker. It's going to be all about patience. But Ripper, he's found himself in a bit of an off angle here. Secret might not expect this. But now that Wits is red hot, everybody has come alive. Borkum finds Wild Oreo, but still, nonetheless, an important pick. As Ripper, he finds yet another Dubstep. Wits, I don't know if he can replicate the hero play. Borkum finds another. Ripper, he rips into Wits. 2v3. This is already looking like a fantastic
they are.
eco on Oasis.
That Hunter's Fury is very close to hitting another target. They do have the man advantage here, Oasis, on this eco of theirs, on this kind of
30
forced buy.
seconds left.
But they're not even shaken by what happened in the previous round. They have the advantage. They've got sheriffs to work with, but they can be very accurate with that. Especially Marky's already found the pickoff early in the round with that
One
sheriff.
enemy remaining.
But Jesse Vash coming in from behind, and they do get the res up online. Coco gaining that orb in the nick of time, and now they can actually go for a potential clutch in their favor.
Ice cold Jesse. He feels right at home now. Although it is down to a 2v2 still. Ripper and Coco, they have minimal, if not no armor whatsoever. The same story can be said on Secret, but this momentum that they're riding, it looks like it could be a potential deadly
remaining.
wave. Jesse he is left alone, but can he replicate the clutch? And no! Ripper once again tearing the heart out of Secret and crushing it in the palm of his hands.
What a round from Oasis, converting the eco round. They had like what, 1-2 rifles at most at the start of that round, but they gained it in the end. They had to burn the res, but it was all worth it. Yet within reaching distance of match point, and Team Secret are on an eco with Oasis at the cusp of taking the series point already. They're gonna have to pull out some type of heroics here this time. Dispenser and Vash both got their ultimates up, so Rez and Hunter's Fury. But will that really be enough to secure a round here?
Oh my goodness, the questions, they keep piling up. They keep adding up. Secret, they have more to deal with. 7-11 in the favor of Oasis is looking mighty strong. Wits looks to be the hero again. But oh my goodness, this is just looking so difficult. Oasis, their adrenaline must be pumping. They are about to become slayers of gods, the denier of titans. Once again, you cannot fall onto hubris here. The job isn't done. They get the plant down. The spike is going to be very well defended here, but the spray damage, it's going to come through. Borko will live another day, but he will recover with a little bit of a scratch to his name. Dubstep is also taking a little bit of damage here. And Oasis, they fall with that dispenser shot onto Marky. The trade is here, but Dubstep, he makes the sheriff work.
Oh,
everybody's chiming in, but Envy! This Vandal!
So close right now. 2v2. They're denying them from getting the defuse off. Coco's on that defuse. He's sticking it. Ripper gets a kill on the Wits. And it's going to be all in the Vash. He's still got some
No
kill
way.
on the work with. He's not able to deny the defuse.
No way.
And Jesse Vash, even with a kill in the end, does not stop Coco. That barrier was the only
Match
saving
point.
grace. The wall between him and death. And Oasis takes series point.
My ult's not ready.
Oasis. They can taste it. Glory. Everything. It's right there. Secret, they have to make a Herculean effort here. Those rounds, they are just numbers, but oh my lord. The tension, it's building up once more. They need some sort of sign. Any signs of life, really.
Something.
Lock in sight.
Kill these boys alive because Team Secret, they need it right now. Dubstep, very assertive on his position here on top of B-Long. You can try and drone out, make completely sure there's nobody lurking by. Here comes the default wall from Borkum to try and help them on the cross and help them on the plant. That Sorb's gonna make things a lot more difficult here, Raph.
Indeed it is. The time, it's winding down. 1 minute 15. This could be the 1 minute 15 of Oasis' second day, or rather their first appearance here. Right now, minute 8. It's still ticking down here. Nothing is moving. The tension still rising up. Everybody, they have to make a very committed push here. It does look like B is going to be Secret's choice. Build the sprays through the wall. It's not going to get any, but it is going to give ample time for Oasis to recover and reposition themselves. Nothing too crazy as of the moment. Everybody keeping it safe. Wild Oreo will find Dubstep, and that is going to be one of the stars to fall into the ground.
Spike planted.
We are going to see the Rays pop a boombox.
One enemy remaining.
Final information, but the Rays are coming. That's Wild Oreo!
Out of charges.
But Vash, he's given them a bit of breathing space. The plant is down, 1v2. Vash, he's very consistent in these situations, but if he's being stuck, there's no way to deny that from happening. He's gonna go down to Envy, and Oasis take the series. Send Team Secret down 2-1, and they have made the retribution happen. They may have faltered versus Action a while ago, but not this time. Not against the #1. Oasis take the game, the series, and the night.
They are gonna sleep so well tonight. what a series. Nail biting. I'm at a loss for words here. Again, I just can't fathom what I saw, but Oasis fans everywhere rejoice. Oh dear.
Man, nobody could have expected this outcome. And this is why, you know, this is a curse. I blame production because they put out all secret a while ago on the panel. But hey, Dax, this time you are right. And this time, Oasis are the righteous. They take the map, they take the series, and a stunner. I told you, Raf, going into this, the only thing we can expect are upsets in the VCT. And this is one hell of an upset.
I have no words, man. I mean, the belief, the faith, it was all there. But I have taken so many L's on the prediction. But does it really matter to me? No, of course not. Absolutely not, because these games have been the best. And if this is how we're starting the year, oh boy, you guys are in for a treat.
Dude, we are only 2 days in, and by God, what are the clips we've been delivered here? Here's some of them. Highlights coming on, and I am going to expect we're going to see Witz's ace clutch here, because that was impeccable. That was amazing from him. Really making a case for why Chamber can be super valuable. Unfortunately, not valuable enough for them to secure the map raffle.
That's right, and oh my goodness. Again, on the other side of things, Ripper has been so consistently good. Despite the onslaught that Secret has been sending over and over and over again, he did not falter. He kept cool. And as a controller, that's what you need to do. Dubstep, on the other hand, didn't have the greatest showing here. Didn't have the greatest game. Would credit that to Oasis's adjustments. Their positioning in the way that they've been, I would say, handcrafting their positioning towards this. And oh boy, there we go, folks. That was it.
Timing just works out in their favor. A lot of skill involved, a bit of fortune, but hey, it favors the bold all the time. Those who dare wins. Oasis, they dared, they took the one. What a great map from these two teams, honestly. What a great series that we've been delivered. And the top dogs everybody expected here today, not the ones who came out of it. Not Oasis during map 1, not SB during series 2, and not Secret definitely here during map 3. Upsets is what we got. We're gonna get the breakdown from the panel right after this, which is still gonna be us after the break.